everyone, this is Shrija. Welcome to Skin or Real, where I talk all things skincare. So if you like skincare related content, then make sure that you subscribe. Likewise, you can also follow me on Instagram where I post more regularly. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about winter skincare routine for your face. I have also covered the body, so if you are interested in that, you can check out that video as well. This was posted last week, and today we are all about facial skincare because I know how much you guys love to focus on your facial skin. Even I love to focus on my facial skin, but just letting you guys know, body skin is equally important. So yeah, if you are not taking care of your body, you need to watch that video right now. Anyway, so starting with like the first number one tip, that is not even like using a skincare product, that I would like to share with you guys, and that has helped me so much, and that is using a humidifier in your in your room. So I don't even use like central heating system. I personally try to stay away from all sort of heat because it tends to dry out your skin. But anyway, during winter months your skin tends to get very dry because like the weather outside is dry. So using a humidifier helps a lot if you want to sort of like I started using a humidifier because I was prone to allergies, and it really helps with my allergies. But it also really helps with like basically it helps prevent dehydration in the skin. And like I'm not saying get those like really big fancy humidifier, like you don't need it if you don't have. Like for me, of course I need it because I need it for my room, and but you can also do with the smaller ones that you get for the table, and trust me, it will really help. Just add it for 2 to 3 weeks and you will start to feel that that how like the skin that was getting really dry and flaky, like you'll start to feel the difference. So of course, adding a humidifier where you spend most of your time or where you're sitting is the number one tip that I would like to share with you all. And the second thing is that I know a lot of you guys, like I anyway personally don't cleanse in the morning even during summers, but some of you love to like sort of use like a cleanser twice. And if you do, you can try skipping that in the morning during winter months, because I'm telling you, when you go to bed at night, it's not like you need to rinse away those actives in the morning. If you were doing that, it's just like a waste of money. The skin sort of absorb everything, and at least majority of us are fine without a cleanser in the morning. But if you like to use a cleanser, you can try to skip that during winter months, or you can switch to something which is non-foaming and which is super gentle, like Cetaphil gentle skin cleanser. The one that they have reformulated is really good. Then the other one that I can think of is by Dot & Key, their barrier cleanser. It's so nice. It's like really light, super like gentle on the skin. And the third one would be the one that I think it's by Neutrogena. I'm not sure if it's available, but it's called Neutrogena cleanser for sensitive skin. I'll try to link it for you guys. Because it has been out of stock for the longest time, but if you can find it, try it out. It's so good. And then there's one drugstore one that I really like, that is and it's called Episoft cleansing lotion. Again, super gentle, very nice. You might not like it. Like for me, I will not use this cleansers at night because nighttime I do like a little heavy duty cleanser. But for the morning cleansers, these are perfect. And if you have like really dry skin, of course this would work really well for you even at night. But if you have oily acne prone skin, then this would not work. What you can do is you can use this in your morning routine, and at night, of course, like if you're double cleansing, you go ahead with your first cleanser, and then you can use like a low pH cleanser, like Put Simply, Get Your Greens cleanser. That is really nice. And then Rovectin skin conditioning cleansers. All of these like products are like super gentle and like really good for winters. Now the second thing that I want to emphasize on is that I see a lot of these Instagram videos wherein people are like, oh, toners are a waste of money, it's not, it's such a scam, this is that, and blah and blah. Like, I don't get it. I think toners, for me, of course it's not an essential in your skincare routine, but definitely it helps so much with hydration. And I'm not even talking about exfoliating toners here, come on, they do serve a purpose. I'm just talking about like very basic hydrating toners. So adding a toner or an essence in your skincare routine can really amp up the hydration level of your skin. And if you're suffering from dehydration, winter is going to make it worse for you. So I do recommend adding a toner or an essence. In fact, essence is better. And I have two essence recommendation for you. One is by S&P. Their essence is like super affordable. It will last you forever. Trust me, that bottle is going to last you forever. One of the most affordable K beauty toners that I've tried. It has peptides. It's really nice. Like, but of course it has fragrance, so you have to keep that in mind. If you don't like fragrance, then you're not gonna like it. And the second one, of course, is my favorite essence, that is Cosrx Snail Mucin essence. I absolutely love this. It is one of my holy grail products, but I understand if you don't like products that are slimy, you're not going to enjoy using it. So these are the two essence recommendations that I would like to give you. Apart from this, when it comes to toners, I would say one thing, toners are great, but I don't think they would do much for winter months because they're very watery. So what you can do is you can look into something which is more hydrating, like Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Toner. That is more hydrating. Bee Plain Toner, that is more soothing and moisturizing. Rovectin Toner, the lotus water one, that is again so calming, so soothing. So try to look for something, even though if it has like water consistency, it has some soothing and hydrating ingredients, as compared to something that is just watery and is focusing more on calming your skin. Apart from toners, of course, the third thing would be to add like a moisturizer. But here is, I see people making so many mistakes. Because what happens is, when you have oily acne prone skin and you start to use something which is too heavy, full of oils, you are going to end up clogging your pores. So don't do that. What you can instead do is, anyway, you're going to be fine for your daytime routine. You can use something that is like gel based, one thing, Centella cream, because you're going to be layering it with the sunscreen. For your nighttime routine, you can get something with cream texture, but don't get something that is too heavy. Like, of course, if you have dry skin, I'm gonna just be like, these would be my top 3 picks. So recommendations for dry skin would be Cetaphil, then Bioderma, Atoderm, the big one, the white and blue tube, that moisturizer. And third would be Klairs, a rich soothing cream. These 3 products would work really well for dry skin. Now, if you have oily skin, you can get the S&P cream because texture is not too thick. S&P Cica cream is also really great. And Rovectin Aqua Barrier cream again is an excellent product. Of course, these 3 are expensive formulations. So if you're looking for something which is drugstore, then there is this simple light hydrating lotion, would work really well. And then I have the Foxtale Ceramide cream, would also work really well. So you see, like, even though they're like slightly heavier moisturizers, but they're not something which is like too thick or which is going to end up clogging your pores. So of course I've given out like multiple recommendations. You can pick accordingly, according to your skin type. Now the next step, of course, would be sunscreen. What you can do here is, so for me, of course, because I have oily skin, I love to use matte sunscreens, but in winters I prefer something which is slightly, which gives like a dewy finish. So that's the change that I do. Like, instead of using pure matte sunscreens or pure silicone based sunscreens, I tend to shift to more dewy sunscreen, something which is cream based. And I really like Dr. Sheth's Ceramide sunscreen, vitamin C and Ceramide sunscreen, Put Simply sunscreen, and even like Foxtale matte sunscreen. Even though like it says matte, but it's not like silicone matte, it still leaves you with that comfortable feeling. So that is like a really good product. If you're looking for Korean options, of course, BOJ, the cult favorite, the Probiotics sunscreen, Isntree Hyaluronic Acid sunscreen. This I would say is like the better for dry skin. And then there is one by that I tried, which is by if you still want something which is like matte, then you can try Etude House Sunrise sunscreen, which is a pure mineral sunscreen. Can leave white cast for some people though, so be careful. So these are few sunscreen recommendations that I would like to share with you. Now coming to the actives part, which can get like really tricky during winter months, because you don't know what you sort of want to add. You don't want to dehydrate your skin, you don't want to irritate your skin. So number one tip that I would like to give you is that if you're using retinols and strong exfoliators in your skincare routine, then start to buffer it at night. I am a regular user of retinol, or all these like peels and stuff. When I say peels, like these AHA, BHA leave-on serums. Now not like those ordinary peels. So I sort of use them regularly, and what I do is during winters I just use them after my moisturizer. So A, buffering would be really helpful. B, what you can do is you can switch to something gentler, like more hydrating formula. So for instance, if you're using niacinamide serum by Ordinary, switch to the niacinamide serum by Plum, the one with the rice water, because it's equally hydrating, it's equally calming. So you can make that transition. If you're using some like pure salicylic acid, you can switch to something like Cosrx BHA, which has betaine salicylate. That is like, you know, less irritating. If you're using glycolic acid, you can switch to lactic acid, because lactic acid is like, you know, equally hydrating. So these are the switches that you can make for your actives. You can also add peptides, because it is like a very soothing, very hydrating active, and it also promotes collagen production in the skin. When it comes to active recommendations, I'm going to just list 4 to 5, you know, just like a general category. Of course, you know, you pick accordingly. So of course, number 1 would be the Plum niacinamide serum, the older version, which has like rice water extracts. The second would be Ordinary lactic acid serum. Third would be Dr. Sheth's rose hip and retinoid emulsion, because the formula also is slightly like, you know, it's not irritating, not at all drying. The fourth would be Cosrx BHA, and fifth would be Amino copper peptide serum. And yeah, also because we are talking about copper peptides, the Klairs midnight calming serum is also a great option. So you have to see how your skin is reacting and then pick an active accordingly. So yeah, I think I've covered almost everything. The toner essences is done, cleansing is done, moisturizing is done, sunscreen is done, and actives is done. If you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.